All right, it is that time of year. Playoffs are here. I am eliminated. All is right in the world. First things first, I've got some power rankings for you heading into the playoffs, into the regular season recap. Here are the power rankings, and then we're going to jump into my predictions for the playoffs. So, first, power rankings.
Do 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 boo do 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 do
All
do.
right, so you've seen the playoff power rankings now. David at the top of the list, followed by Jack, Trent, Leon, Chris, and Benny. That's how I see the power rankings of the teams heading into the playoffs, where they are right now. Let's dive into some game by game predictions for the playoffs. Here we go. This week, we've got Leon playing Chris. Um, one team doesn't have a quarterback on their roster that is starting a game as I'm recording this, and that is Chris. So for that reason, I'm going to pick Leon to go ahead and beat Chris in the playoffs in the first round. Chris's only quarterback on the roster right now is Carson Wentz, who has just been benched for Jalen Hurts. So not a lot out there on the waiver wire. Maybe he picks up Alex Smith in hopes for an upset, but I'm seeing Leon. I'm liking Leon in this game. Next matchup this week, we've got Trent and Benny playing. Trent, he's hot. Benny, he's not. Benny has lost 4 in a row heading into this week. Trent, on the other hand, let's see. The guy is red hot. I've got the stats here. Trent has won his last 5 games, while Benny has lost 4 in a row. So I'm liking Trent in this matchup. Okay, so that leads us to our round two. Round two, this is where Jack and Leon will play each other. Jack, the number 1 seed in the tournament. I think Jack's just got too much firepower for Leon. Jack has won 8 of his last 9. He's red hot. Leon snuck into the playoffs, luckily. Didn't score a lot of points this season. He was like the 13th highest point scorer. So I'm going with Jack, the highest point scorer, to score more than Leon. Next matchup, Trent versus David. I had to dive into the matchups here, and the matchups are much more favorable for Trent in Week 15 than they are for David. Deshaun Watson, David's quarterback, is going to be facing Indy, while Aaron Rodgers is facing, I think, Carolina, and that means McCaffrey gets to face Carolina's defense, or Green Bay's defense, which McCaffrey coming back at this time of year makes Trent very good. So while David is the hottest team, I think, right now in the league, I don't like the matchups for him in Week 15, so I'm going with the upset, Trent over David. That means I've got Jack versus Trent in our championship. Again, this is going to come down to the matchups. Look at the Week 16 and who everyone's playing. It's all about tinkering for the championship, which is going to make Jack pull his hair out and Trent scratch his head. So, but here's what I think will happen. I think that Jack has just too many favorable matchups again in Week 16. So I like Jack over Trent. I like Jack to be that third Tim Ritz boy to ink or etch his name on the Mamalou Cup. So I've got Jack as our champion. So as far as what we're seeing for the losers bracket, or we might as well just call this the commissioners bracket, because I am in it every single year. I mean, Tony's lost an incredible 12 in a row. So, or how many in a row? I think he won Week 1 and then has lost every week since then. Yes, that is an incredible feat. That is 12 losses in a row. So Tony, I think, is going to lose the consolation bracket because he just cannot get lucky and win a single game over these last 12 weeks. Speaking of Tony being so bad, I have to reveal my power rankings from the preseason. I'm going to put those in next. Big miss by me, having Tony as my number 1 team in the league heading into all of this. Whoops-a-daisies. But I did get 4 of the 6 playoff teams right. With Chris, I had him at 7, just outside the playoffs. He made the playoffs. So I almost got 5 of 6 playoff teams right, which is pretty impressive. So here's the preseason power rankings so you guys can make fun of me. And good luck to all of our teams in the playoffs. And remember, win and you're safe in the consolation bracket or the commissioner's bracket, but the points scored in the commissioner's bracket are going to only count for the dummy team. So just commissioner's points scored count. So if you want the dummy team to win a game, you got to stay competitive all throughout these next 3 weeks. So make sure you're setting your lineup even if you're in the commissioner's bracket to help that dummy team beat somebody. Okay, all right, that's it. Good luck.
Do 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 boo do 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 do